I really don't know a clear answer to that. I could just say that like they were, again, like I always go back to Biden. They were working from a media shortcoming in the Biden years because he couldn't do interviews, right? So it had
Mhm.
developed this oppositional relationship with traditional media because media was correctly calling out how the president hasn't done these interviews, how he hasn't done sit downs, blah, blah, blah. And so they had dug into this position even before the candidate switch even happened, that media was against them and that they were a tool of their demise rather than the opportunity to get their message out. So I think by the time it actually came to the point where they needed to be out there, they had already dug into this anti-traditional media space. And so they were only basically dealing with this podcast ecosystem, which is not particularly friendly to them, right? Like it's much more friendly to Donald Trump. And I think, niche media, black, going on black radio or going to doing individual Spanish speaking radio or things like that. But I think to me, the most
They made it a
important thing,
thing. I didn't like it should have been they made it like, okay, now we're going to do black media.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna do this black. It's like, why? She's a black woman, just like
But again, they were doing this more broadly. Think about how long it took her to do that sit down with Dana Bash after getting the nomination, after the switch,
yeah.
and how much buildup there was to that. There was no reason to make every individual interview feel like the Super Bowl. She could have been out there every day. She could have been out there all the time, and that would have lowered the individual pressure of each one.